Take for instance now, if you have what? Let me call it example. This is 3 abi, example 4. In this example 4 here, we have a triangle like this. So this, and here they say we have P, Q, R. You are now asked, determine the resultant force here. So, what is the resultant force of the triangle? Can you see it? They are giving this triangle like this. You have to what? To find the resultant force. In this kind of question, if you are asked to find the resultant force here, look at the three sides. It's a must. Two sides must face the same direction out of the three triangle. And the third side, which is opposed, direction of other side, is known as your what? Resultant force. So look at this shape now. You can observe that what? This R is moving like this. That direction of R is like this. Abi, R and P, they face the same what? Direction. R is going like this now. Abi now, get to this point. It's moving like this. But get Abi now, can I say that what? This R and P, they face the same what? Direction. But on getting to this what? To this Q, assume it's supposed to be like this now, but the P is moving what? Like this. You can now see that what? This direction of the what? Of the Q is opposed direction of what? R and P. The only P, Q face like this, but R and Q, they face the same direction. From this sketch now, our resultant force is what? Is Q, because it's the only Q that is face other direction. Resultant force in this kind of shape is what? Is a force or a vector that is opposed the direction of other forces. So Q is equal to the what? P plus R. This is the resultant force because it was sum of what? P and what? And R. Take this another example. Example 5. Let me give you this shape. And we have A, B, C, D. Yeah. Determine the resultant force. Determine the resultant force. Well, from this sketch now, what is the resultant force here? Check the shape. Which of the four forces is opposed direction of others? Let us look at A. A is moving like this. B is moving like this. C is moving like this. D is moving like this. You can observe that what? D is coming like this, get to this point, turn like this, turn like this. Direction of D, A, and B are the same, but the only C is oppose the direction of what? Other motion. So for this place now, our resultant force, it will be what? C. You now say what? C equal to what? A plus B plus C plus D. That's the resultant force. Or if you like, you can also say what? C equal to what? Minus A plus B plus D equal to what? 0. You can also have this one in form of that too. Minus P and what? R equal to what? 0. Or you can say what? Q minus vector P minus vector what? R equal to what? 0. So this one can also be in this form, vector C minus vector A minus vector B minus vector D to give us what? 0. So the next thing now is what? Let us look at case 4. Case 4 said if two forces are inclined with each other through angle theta, if two forces are inclined with each other through angle what? Theta, the resultant force the what? Resultant force can be determined by cosine rule, by cosine formula, or modified cosine formula. This case tells us that what? If two forces are inclined with each other through angle theta, the resultant force can be determined by cosine rule or anti-cosine rule or modified cosine formula. Let's check it. This is the what? The two forces. Assume this is a what? Vector A. And here we have B. You can see that what? This B is inclined on what? On A. And the angle of inclination is what? Is theta. And the angle of inclination is what? Is theta. The next thing we need to do is what? You will produce this is A, Abi. What? You can produce the image of this A by drawing a broken what? This broken line. By drawing a broken what? Broken line like this. And this broken line is parallel to what? To this A. And this is also what? A. Draw another line that is parallel to what? To this B. So this is also what? B. And if you continue this line like this, corresponding angle, this place is also a what? A theta. And this angle here will be what? 180. This angle will be what? 180 minus theta. And you now join this place to get that diagonal. This diagonal line we have here, it serves as our what? Resultant what? Force. And this is also called what? Para what? Parallelogram's law of what? Law of vector. So let us remove this shape out from the sketch. We have it in this form. This is what? A. And this is what? And this is resultant force. This one is called what? 180 minus what? Theta. And here, 180 minus what? Minus theta. And this place is what? Theta. Yes. We have A here. Here we have what? We have B. So by using what? Cosine to know this resultant force. Here now. This was by using cosine what? Cosine rule. That was by using what? Cosine rule or formula. The rule states that resultant force square equal to what? A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. This is what? Cosine what? Cosine rule. Or cos 180 minus cos 180 minus what? Minus theta. If we continue like that, we have resultant force should be what? Square root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos 180 minus theta. So this is what? Cosine what? Cosine rule. This equation 4. This is equation 5. But we can also use what? Modify cosine rule. By using modify cosine rule, the resultant force will be A square plus B square plus, instead of minus here, you put plus 2AB cos theta straight. If you apply this formula, you are on the way. If you apply this formula, you are on the way. The only difference is what? Here we have minus, here we have plus. If you are using plus here, don't subtract your theta from 180 anymore. Yeah, let's solve question on it.